Hello, welcome to Called to Contemplation. This is our podcast series dedicated to the universal call to contemplation as presented on our website, Seeking the Face of God. Today, I want to consider what I call the Contemplative Encounter. In my recent article, What is Contemplation?, I considered the various definitions of contemplation, and I found that there seemed to be two main types of contemplation. There's what I call objective contemplation, which is when we rest in the consideration of a beautiful landscape, a lovely piece of music, a beautiful sculpture, work of art, an abstract thought or consideration. And the other type of contemplation is the encounter with God in a peaceful rest. In both types of contemplation, we find ourselves meeting something or somebody. It is an encounter. I find myself looking or listening to someone without manipulating them. Whether it is an object or person, I'm receiving as much as I'm giving. For me, encounter seems to be the best description of this kind of experience. It is very similar to a conversation where I am getting to know the other person, and the other person is getting to know me without any defenses coming between us. Judith Glaser has described three types of conversations. There is the transactional conversation, which is the kind of conversation we have when we're checking out at a store or exchanging work directions, or basically just giving somebody information and receiving information. I might know the person or I might not. It's not a deep conversation. It's simply an exchange, or even a one-sided exchange of information. The second kind of conversation that Judith Glaser describes is the positional conversation. That is when I am explaining how I see things, where I stand. In a way, this is sort of a positional conversation that I'm having with you. It might have an effect on you. I hope this one does. But it isn't really getting to know one another. It's simply me presenting my position. The third type of conversation that Judith Glaser describes is what she calls the transformative conversation. That is the kind of conversation that you have with someone when you really get to know them. They get to know you. You've let down your defenses. You don't need to manipulate either one another. You are opening yourself to the other and being receptive to the other without any form of judgment. Contemplation is very similar to the transformative conversations that Judith Glaser describes. It is a meeting, even if it's with an object, a meeting with something and a person, and it's opening to the reality of the other person or the object that I'm contemplating. When the contemplation involves the faith, the knowledge that we have received from God in baptism, that is the highest type of contemplation, because I'm contemplating the highest reality. But like the objective forms of contemplation, it is an encounter. I'm not simply acquiring information about God. I'm actually encountering God. in faith, in the darkness of faith, but it is a personal encounter between myself and another person, an infinite person, a person that I cannot really know except through faith, however much I may know about him. It is information that he gives me of himself, and I give of myself. I think that's quite a bit to consider, and I hope that you will join us in our future podcasts where we can go more deeply into the vast horizons of contemplation. God bless you.